I'd like to call this meeting of the Old Bridge Town Council to order. Please rise. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence for our troops serving abroad. Mrs. Panos, the prayer, please.
O Lord, bless thy servants in the ministry of public affairs who serve thee in this chamber. Give them quiet minds and hearts that they may hear thy voice. Help them to know when to speak, when to be silent. Give them the strength to oppose the wrong and uphold the right. And grant that they have a good conscience and soul at peace with thee and with one another. Amen.
Amen. Please be seated.
Council President?
Yes.
I'd like to make a statement. This past week, this township lost a really good fella. His name was Kurt Schmidt. He was a farmer down on Englishtown Road, and he contributed very quietly to many organizations in this town. And I'd just like to express condolences to his family. Can I have a moment of silence for Kurt Schmidt Sr.? Thank you.
This meeting is being held in conformance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Notice has been given to the newspaper, and notice of the meeting has been posted in public places. Next open public meeting of the council will be held on Friday, January 1st, 2016 at 12 noon. Dr. Anderson?
Present.
Mr. Butler?
Present.
Mr. Cahill?
Here.
Mr. Green? Here. Mr. Mollis?
Here.
Mrs. Panos?
Here.
Mr. Rosencrantz?
Here.
Mrs. Sohar? Here. President Walker?
Here.
9 present.
Okay, we're going to begin with the presentation, the promotion of Stephen DeRossi from acting captain to captain. I guess the chief and the mayor?
Thank you, Council. Again, I'm honored and privileged to stand here tonight and promote an individual. We've been in this council many times this year, hiring and promoting. It's just as important, I feel, to have the proper administration in place to guide this department, help the chief, and do the work that needs to get done here in Old Bridge. So I'm proud and honored. I'd like to read a little bit about Sergeant DeRossi. I'm going to face the crowd. Stephen DeRossi was sworn in as a patrol officer on August 19, 1985. It's over 30 years ago. Officer DeRossi remained with the patrol division until September 20th, 1994, when he was assigned to the Detective Bureau as a detective in the Juvenile Division. He was promoted to the rank of sergeant in April 2004. Sergeant DeRossi then served the department in police administration and eventually was reassigned to the Detective Bureau. In January 2011, Sergeant DeRossi was promoted to the rank of lieutenant. With his promotion to lieutenant, he returned to the patrol division. Lieutenant DeRossi was appointed acting captain by me in August 2015 and currently serves as a commander of the patrol division. During his 30-year career, acting captain DeRossi has received many awards and commendations, and tonight I have the privilege of promoting him to the rank of captain within the Old Bridge Township Police Department.
I, Stephen DeRossi,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
in the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and
to
allegiance
the same and to the government
to the same and to the government
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I will faithfully,
I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of the office of captain,
all the duties of the office of captain
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
take some photos first. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Steve, you have to sign the oath tonight or tomorrow.
You want me to sign it?
Okay. All right, I don't want to hold it from your family. All right, after you finish, I'll do it. Ready?
Thank you. Congratulations, Cal. Thank you.
Yeah, well, we're going to take a 5-minute break so the family and friends could leave. They don't feel forced to stay for the whole meeting.
Yep.
Okay. You can, yeah, you can go. Okay. Oh, yeah, thank you.
Okay, now we're going to do approval of minutes of previous meetings. Combined meeting, November 30th, 2015. Do I have a motion?
I'll move it.
Moved by Mr. Cahill,
Second.
second by Mr. Mollis. Roll call?
Dr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
Abstain.
Mr. Cahill?
Yes.
Mr. Green?
Abstain.
Mr. Mollis?
Yes.
Mr. Rosencrans?
Yes.
President Walker?
Yes.
5 yes, 2 abstention.
The bill list, Dr. Anderson.
Thank you, Council President. Bill list combined meeting December 14th, 2015. Accounts payable December 14th, 2015. $9,157,849.41.
Moved by Mrs. Sohor, seconded by Mr. Cahill. Any questions? Roll call?
Dr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Cahill?
Yes.
Mr. Green? Mr. Mollis?
Yes.
Mr. Rosencrans?
Yes.
Mrs. Sohar? Yes. President Walker?
Yes.
8 yes.
Payroll December 4th, 2015. $987,493.13.
Moved by Mrs. Sohor, second by Mr. Cahill. Any questions?
Dr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Cahill?
Yes.
Mr. Green?
Yes.
Mr. Mollis?
Yes.
Mr. Rosencrans?
Yes.
Mrs. Sohar? Yes. President Walker?
Yes.
8 yes.
Payroll overtime, December 4th, 2015, $34,164.89.
Moved by Mrs. Sower, second by Mr. Cahill. Can we have a breakdown, Mr. Marion?
Thank you, Council President. As indicated by Dr. Anderson, the payroll overtime for the payroll period ending December 4th, $34,164.89. As the breakout in your packets or council packets would indicate, there's an uptick again this overtime pay period in regards to our subcode official, $3,325.46. That's one of the notable upticks. Moving into the police department, the pay period ending December 4th, 2015 represents 363 man and woman hours for a total amount of overtime in the amount of $21,255.52. Sworn officer overtime for that pay period, $19,347.85. If you break out grants in the amount of $640.25, and earned time off, which is contractual, in the amount of $5,145.88. Total payroll overtime for sworn officers, $13,561.72. And we do have 2 patrol officers still out on medical.
Anyone have any questions for Mr. Marion about the overtime? Okay.
I'll move it.
No, I think we moved in second
Oh,
already.
sorry.
Roll call?
Dr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Cahill?
Yes.
Mr. Green? Mr. Mollis?
Yes.
Mr. Rosencrantz?
Yes.
Mrs. Sohar? Yes. President Walker?
Yes.
8 yes.
That concludes the bill list.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Madam President, on the hearing for Calvary Christian School, they're going to send another letter in for another date. They were not ready to come tonight,
Okay, thank you.
so it's off.
It's off, okay. Ordinance for second reading, refunding bond ordinance providing for the refunding of emergency appropriations related to payment of supplemental assessments due and owing to Central Joint Insurance Fund as a result of the election to withdraw from said fund in and by the Township of Old Bridge in the County of Middlesex, New Jersey, appropriating $1 million therefore and authorizing the issuance of $1 million bonds or notes of the Township for financing the costs thereof. Do I
I'll move
have, moved by Mr. Cahill?
Second.
Second by Mrs. Sohor. Anyone have any questions? Roll call?
I think we have to go to the public.
The public.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Does anyone here in the public want to speak on this? Okay, I'll close the public portion.
Okay. Dr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Cahill?
Yes.
Mr. Green?
Yes.
Mr. Mollis?
Yes.
Ms. Panos?
Yes.
Mr. Rosencrantz?
Yes.
Mrs. Sohar?
Yes.
President Walker?
Yes.
9 yes.
Next, preliminary public comments to council, subject to the following conditions and restrictions. During the preliminary public portion of the meeting, any person may address the Township Council on one subject for a maximum period of 5 minutes. Any such person desiring to speak during the preliminary public portion shall first sign a list maintained by the Township Clerk for such purpose. Comments during the preliminary public comment portion of the meeting shall not encompass second reading ordinances or any other matter for which comment or a public hearing is to occur at the meeting.
Rich Kamazar? I'm sorry if I have the name wrong. Okay.
Good evening.
You just have to state your name
Oh,
and
yeah, it's,
address
Richard-
for the record.
Yeah, it's Richard Commissar, Komissar. And my residence is 34 Ferncliff Road, Morris Plains, New Jersey. And our place of business is 2401 Commercial Drive in Portland, Maine, 04101. I'm here from Tilson Technologies, and I'm here on behalf of Verizon Wireless. And Verizon is seeking permission and authority from the council and mayor to jointly use poles lawfully erected by parties that have the right to maintain poles within the municipal public right-of-way, which I know is a mouthful. Basically, what they're looking to do is use existing utility poles to install small network nodes that will augment and provide better, reliable coverage to their existing wireless service.
Okay.
Really it, yeah.
It's on the agenda.
the
Yes, it's on the agenda, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you speak at the public, it's supposed to be things that aren't on, it's already on the agenda.
Oh.
That's okay.
So I shouldn't be talking right
No,
now?
that's okay,
All
yeah,
right.
because it's on the agenda, yeah.
But
It's too late, but we didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go back? Sit? All right.
thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Commissar.
Did anyone else sign up to speak?
Yeah. Jackie Barker?
Jackie Barker, 7 Ashford Mall, Old Bridge. I just wanted to say that I wanted to submit a resume for the MUA position for that you're taking resumes for in January.
Okay. Oh, you just have to give it to
now, yeah.
the clerk. Okay. You have till the 31st, but you could give it tonight if you want. Okay.
Doesn't get it in. It's not
Okay.
going
Is that all you've? Okay. Thank you. Anyone else sign up to speak?
in. That's it.
Okay, I'll close the public portion. Council member comments. Anyone have any comments? Yes, Mrs. Soher.
Yes, I'd like, first of all, to congratulate Captain DeRossi and his family. I think that's a well-deserved promotion, and good luck to him and his family. And also, I'd like to welcome back Councilman Butler. It's been a few months since we've seen him, and it's so nice that he's better again.
Anyone else have, Mrs. Cahill?
Yeah, I would just like to acknowledge the fact that this is Dr. Anderson's last meeting. I'd like to thank him for his service to the community. You'll be missed. I know you have a passion for the taxpayers of Old Bridge, and thank you for your service. I appreciate it.
Anyone else? Yes.
Welcome back, Reg. And Captain DeRossi, that's a proud thing to say. He's earned that. And Councilman Anderson, you've served this town well, and I was proud to sit up here with you. You not only on this council, but over the many years of service, whether it was Camp Robin and other things that you have been involved with. Please do not go away. Why don't you submit a resume for something? I think that would be a good idea. There's lots of committees that you might be helpful to. Okay, thank you so much for your service, sir.
thank you.
Anyone else?
Deborah,
Yes, Mr. Butler.
I would like to first of all wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. Be safe during the holidays. I'd like to congratulate Captain DeRossi. I've known him since I got in the council on 1990. I want to thank the council for the job that they've done, and I want to thank the audience for supporting us in the things we have done. Thank you all very much.
Any other council comments? Okay, I'll close the council comment portion. Do we have a report from the clerk tonight?
Just a small one. Just to let everyone know that council will be getting the resumes. They'll be going out December 18th, which is next Friday, which is this Friday, I'm sorry. They'll be going out in the mail.
Okay, do I have a motion to accept the clerk report?
Move it.
Moved by Mrs. Panos.
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Rosencrantz. Roll call?
Dr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Cahill?
Yes.
Mr. Green? Yes. Mr. Mollis?
Yes.
Mrs. Panos?
Yes.
Mr. Rosencrantz?
Yes.
Mrs. Sohar? Yes. President Walker?
Yes.
9 yes.
Do we have a report from the attorney tonight?
Not at this time.
Okay. And the administrative report, Mr. Marion.
Thank you. Good evening, Council President, Mayor, and Council. The administrative report for December 14, 2015. Item number 1, the NJDEP Superstorm Sandy Blue Acres team began extending buyout offers to homeowners in Old Bridge in April of this year. A total of 29 buyout offers have been extended to date. 21 out of the 29 offers have been accepted. Hard copies of the December 7th Old Bridge buyout status summary report from NJDEP have been forwarded to the Township Clerk's office for distribution to council. I will add that we have had total of 3 closings for properties under the Blue Acres program, and so we're starting to see now movement toward those actual closings and letting those residents move on. Item number 2, the contractor for ECM number 3 library roof replacement, Roof Management, Inc., mobilized and began construction on the library roof in early November. Approximately 80% of the project scope has been completed to date. Hard copies of the December 10th project status report from Tozier DCO Energy have been forwarded to the Township Clerk's office for distribution to council. You'll see also on there update on the mechanicals and update on lighting when you do look at your report. Item number 3, The New Jersey Division of Rate Counsel provided comments on the draft opt-out public notice for the Old Bridge Community Energy Aggregation Program in mid-November. The final proof was approved by administration and Gable Associates on December 7th and sent to South Jersey Energy for printing and mail delivery to residents in early January. Hard copies of the opt-out public notice have been forwarded to the Township Clerk's office for distribution to council, and they should be out and delivered to residents in Old Bridge the first week of January. Item number 4, during the month of November, Mayor Henry and staff welcomed 3 new businesses to Old Bridge, including Il Fornetto Antico Coal-Fired Pizza, JEI Learning Center, and Panera Bread. On December 7th, the grand opening was also held at the Card Smart located in the Ticetown Shopping Center. For additional information on local businesses and related opportunities, residents should contact the Mayor's Office of Economic Development, 732-721-5600, extension 7920, or email obedo@oldbridge.com. Item 5, just to report back, on December 4th and December 5th, the Department of Public Works picked up electronic waste from 189 residences in town. Approximately 500 items were collected, including old computers, monitors, printers, and televisions. Item 6, Tate Communications is scheduled to be on site for our public safety radio communication system. They're on site this week to perform a number of project-related activities, including a microwave backhaul path survey, IP network design, and dispatch console configuration. Another project status update will be provided to the Township Council in public in January. But I did get another update from Intertech today, which I did forward hard copies over to Council for review prior to. So we did ask, at the 2 meetings ago, I wasn't here last meeting, that we get a monthly status report from our consultants so everybody's on the same page and knows where we're at with the radio system. Item number 7, just a reminder, anyone wishing to contribute to the food bank this holiday season can drop off donations at our Old Bridge Food Bank or the Senior Center. For additional information, a list of needed items, residents should contact our Senior Center, 732-721-5600, extension 6625. Item 8, a reminder, the annual tax sale is scheduled for December 16th. For additional information, residents should contact our tax collector's office at 732-721-5600, extension 2999. Item 9, the Old Bridge Business Alliance is actively seeking members to join this dynamic and growing business networking group. The next Business Alliance meeting is scheduled for December 18th at 8 a.m. at Panera Bread, located in the Gateway Shopping Center. For additional information, residents can also contact the Mayor's Office of Economic Development. Item 10, as a reminder to the residents, the 3rd and final round of leaf collection will be completed during the week of December 21st. For additional information, residents should contact our Department of Public Works or visit the Township website, which has the dates for your specific wards. Item 11, on December 25th, all municipal offices will be closed in observance of the Christmas Day holiday. And item 12, the Old Bridge Police Department is currently seeking volunteers to serve as auxiliary police officers. Applications will be accepted through December 31st, 2015. If anybody needs information or is interested, they can contact PD Administration, 732-721-5600, extension 3150, or visit the Township website at www.oldbridge.com. And just one minor note, there's been some concern. I think in September we had talked about the Matawan Road, County Route 516 over Route 18 bridge deck replacement. We have communicated with the NJDOT as recently as this afternoon to try to set up a staff meeting with representatives from public safety and engineering and administration to communicate our concerns regarding the proposed detour. They wanted to set up a public information center in January to be able to show the public what the plans are going to be, but we still have several outstanding concerns that need to be addressed from our perspectives, and we want to go down to Trenton to meet with them. So that meeting was hopefully going to take place this week. I'm now working on dates for next week, and we'll be working to report back to council on what happens with that. So just an important thing to add on there.
Over the Garden State Parkway.
I'm sorry?
Over the Garden State Parkway.
No, this
Route
is
18.
bridge deck replacement, Matawan Road over Route 18. Went right from the parkway back over to Route 18. So we learned from the first project, this is going to be, there's similar concerns and considerations, especially the businesses and the residents that live in that area.
Anyone have any questions for Mr. Marion about his report?
No, I just have a comment. I just have to say, the auxiliary police officers, I've had a chance to see how they work firsthand in the last month. There's been things in my neighborhood. They are professional, courteous, and I hope that any resident who maybe aspires to be in law enforcement or anything, sign up and be one. They do good work.
Nice people. Yep.
Mayor Henry, you wanted to say something?
Yes, I'd just like to publicly acknowledge the accomplishments of the Old Bridge High School football team and thank the council for participating in a very exciting season. Making it to the state championship game was quite an accomplishment. Unfortunately, the results of the game wasn't an Old Bridge side, but
I had the honor of attending their banquet the other night at the Grand Marquis, and we have quite accomplished quite a bit. And the players were recognized by many organizations throughout the state, and they had a great season, and we're looking forward to next year. And I'd like to thank the council who came on Friday nights and supported, and a number of council was at the championship game, so thank you.
I mean, it was quite an accomplishment just to make it to the game. It was pretty exciting at the Rutgers Stadium. Anyone have any questions for Mr. Marion about his report or comments?
Madam President?
Yes. Go ahead,
I
Mr.
appreciate it. Mr. Business Administrator,
Yes, sir.
can we go back to number 2 on your list?
Yes, sir.
You and I have had conversations about this project many, many times. There's one thing missing here. Now, since I've been as council, we've spent a lot of money repairing that roof. One thing I wanted to see on this was a warranty. Do we have a warranty in place with this corporation if we have any problems with the roof?
Absolutely, Reggie. One of the things we have at the end of this project, when it's completed, there will be a warranty that will cover the cost of whatever would come up from hopefully nothing comes up. But we will have a warranty as part of that. And I can get a copy of the warranty for you and information if you'd like.
Okay, but can you tell me how long the warranty will last in reference to them finishing the job at this point?
Off the top of my head.
Okay,
Mr.
all
Mayor,
right.
I can get that very easily, though.
Okay, I'll be checking with you on that.
I'd also say, too, it's great to have you back, and if you
Right.
can check these reports, there's about 2 or 3 months' worth of update reports.
Okay.
That kind of show the progress on the library as well as the other projects, because when we spend money in your absence, we want to make sure you know where the
Sure.
dollars went when you get back.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Anyone else have any questions for Mr. Marion? Okay.
I'll move the
Do I-
administrator's report.
Moved by Mr. Cahill,
Second.
second by Mrs. Panos. Roll call?
Dr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Cahill? Mr. Green? Mr. Mollis?
Yes.
Mrs. Panos?
Yes.
Mr. Rosencrantz?
Yes.
Mrs. Sohar? Yes. President Walker?
Yes.
9 yes.
Thank you, Mr. Marion. Next, with the consent agenda, items C1 through C11. Do we have any separations?
I need the C1 and C2 for an abstention, please.
Anyone else?
Yes. C4 for abstention.
Anyone else?
Yes, C5, 7,
Anyone else? Do I have a motion to move the balance?
I'll make a motion, move the balance.
Moved by Mr. Cahill, second by Mr. Rosencrantz. Roll call? What's that?
was
Oh,
Dr.
it
Anderson.
was Dr. Anderson. Well, first I want to open up to the public. Anyone here from the public wish to speak on any of these consent agenda items? Okay, I'll close the public portion. Okay, roll call on the balance.
Dr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Cahill?
Yes.
Mr. Green? Mr. Mollis?
Yes.
Mrs. Panos?
Yes.
Mr. Rosencrantz?
Yes.
Mrs. Sohar? President Walker?
Yes.
9 yes.
Mr. Cahill, they're just for abstentions, 1 and 2?
Yeah, if you want to do
Okay.
them together, unless
Yes.
anybody has questions. so.
Okay, we could put them together. Do I have a motion to move 1 and 2 together?
I'll make a motion.
Moved by Mr. Rosencrantz,
I'll second it.
second by Dr. Anderson.
I have a question on C1.
Yes.
I'm not sure exactly what the Horse River Fiber is representing and exactly what they're doing. Is it, I don't know if this is the AT&T plan that was brought to the council a number of months ago. I just don't know what it's all about.
Mr. Marion?
I'm going to defer to legal. I know that it was prepared by legal department. I believe it was I think this was the presentation we had a few months back in terms of I don't want to say AT&T, but I would have to look and see.
Is this the AT&T that they wanted to run the cable line down Route 9 to enhance communications with mainly commercial property owners?
It is. It is, Mr. Green.
Okay. I just didn't see it in the backup, so that's fine. I have no problem with it.
Okay. So we had a motion and a second to move C1 and C2. Roll call?
Dr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Cahill?
Abstain.
Mr. Green?
Yes.
Mr. Mollis?
Yes.
Mrs. Panos?
Yes.
Mr. Rosencrantz?
Yes.
Mrs. Sohar? President Walker?
Yes.
8 yes, 1 abstention.
C4, is that just for abstention, Dr. Anderson?
Yes.
Okay. Do I have a motion to move C4?
Move it.
Moved by Mr. Cahill,
Second.
seconded by Mrs. Sohor. Roll call.
Dr. Anderson?
Abstain.
Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Cahill?
Yes.
Mr. Green?
Yes.
Mr. Mollis?
Yes.
Mrs. Panos?
Yes.
Mr. Rosencrantz?
Yes.
Mrs. Sohar?
Yes.
President Walker?
Yes. C5, Mr. Green?
1 abstention, 8 yes.
I'll move it.
I want to abstain on this one.
Oh, that's for abstention?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone have any questions on C5? Do I have a motion?
I'll move it.
Moved by Mr. Butler,
Second.
second by Mr. Cahill. Roll call.
Dr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Cahill?
Yes.
Mr. Green?
Abstain.
Mr. Mollis?
Yes.
Mrs. Panos?
Yes.
Mr. Rosencrantz?
Yes.
Mrs. Sohar?
Yes.
President Walker?
Yes.
8 yes, 1 abstention.
C7, Mr. Green?
I separated this just to, for public information. Texas Road is being resurfaced between Englishtown Road and the Monroe border, and I thought that it's important that if I highlighted this at the meeting, to let the residents who live in that area know that, I guess sometime in the spring or early summer, that Texas Road in the area I just defined will be resurfaced. I think it's a good thing, and I think that we should let them know so that it's coming, and I'm very positive about it, so.
I'll move
Like
it.
I said, I just moved it, I just separated it for information purposes only.
I'll move it, Madam President.
Moved by Mr. Butler,
Second.
second by Mr. Rosencrantz. Roll call.
Dr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Cahill?
Yes.
Mr. Green?
Yes.
Mr. Mollis?
Yes.
Mrs. Panos?
Yes.
Mr. Rosencrantz?
Yes.
Mrs. Sohar?
Yes.
President Walker?
Yes.
9 yes.
C10, Mr. Green?
Again, this is similar to what I just spoke about. This is, the township is using CDBG funds. That's actually Community Development Block Grant funds that they have received from the federal government to reconstruct a number of roads in Old Bridge. And I spoke to the township engineer earlier today, and I don't want to miss a street, so maybe she can come up here and tell the residents of Old Bridge exactly which streets we have in mind as far as applying this very worthwhile grant.
You, Councilman Green. It's actually East Greystone, 2,000 feet north of the intersection with Marlborough Road. It's half of the portion of Haven Drive within Cheesequake Village, Old Mill Road between Route 34 and Spring Hill Road, and then also the entire length of Bushnell Road. All 4 of those streets within those limits had qualified, so we were able to get that funding.
This is additional funds over and above what the township would authorize, and I think, and this is good, and I just wanted to highlight it. Again, I said, I want to highlight it so the residents know that we're going to do this for them, I guess, early springtime, early summer. whenever.
Early spring, and if we can go back to Texas Road, we're going to try and do that during the nighttime operation so as to not affect the residents within Old Bridge.
Yeah, that Texas Road section is a very busy road, commuters coming from Monroe into Old Bridge or
It's a
or the
major
other way, yeah.
thoroughfare, yeah, and we'd like to do that at night, so milling and resurfacing operations, weather permitting, should probably take about a week's time.
Yeah. The other portion of Texas Road from Route 9 to Englishtown Road, that's maintained by the county, not
Yes.
the township of Old Bridge. So we're doing just this
We're
section.
doing just our section.
That's, okay, that's very good. Thank you for your hard work.
I'll move it, Madam President.
Thank you.
I think Chris Marion wants
Yeah,
to say
just-
something.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't go that far without me talking. Council President, just from a historical perspective, I'd like to just note, with regards to the Community Development Block Grant Program, 4.5 years ago when we came in here, there were funds that were expended on specific categories. One of the great things we've been able to do over the last couple of years is use those CDBG funds for qualified areas and use them for infrastructure instead of money sitting in an account someplace that earmarked the potential of losing CDBG funding. So I'd like to really credit our engineering department, our Director of Community Development, Nicole Shapiro. Our grants person is Karen Longo, we work with the school district, of really coming up with a plan for helping us to use those funds to the best of their their ability. It does relieve a little pressure off of the capital budget, but it also frees up money for additional roadways in our capital budget. So I thank Mr. Green for highlighting it, and again, it's something that we're going to talk more about as we get into the capital budget process.
This is a lot of money that being able to spend through the CDBG.
There's some serious linear feet there, Mr.
There's money,
Green.
yes, I know.
Yes. I think people appreciate we having a lot of the town paved. Yes. Any other comments about C10? Okay, thank you.
I need a second.
I need a second for, all right, Mr. Butler made the motion, I second by Mr. Cahill. Roll call?
Dr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Cahill?
Yes.
Mr. Green? Mr. Mollis? Yes. Mrs. Panos?
Yes.
Mr. Rosencrantz?
Yes.
Mrs. Soha? President Walker?
Yes.
9 yes.
Next, public comments on any subject matter. Anyone here from the public wish to speak? Yes, Mr. McGovern.
Philip McGovern. I live at 201 Yorkshire Court in Society Hill. I want to wish Dr. Anderson well. He served this town well. Getting to another point, the road work on 516 and 18, could you please tell me more about that?
Mr. Marion, do you have the latest updates on that?
We had been in discussions about a year, probably a year or 2 years ago, regarding the CR 516 over Route 18, that section. Essentially, what they're going to do is they're going to be repairing that bridge deck replacement, similar to what they did on Lawrence Parkway. So we were concerned in terms of the detour and the inconvenience to the traveling public, as well as the local businesses and residences, which is why we're trying to schedule another meeting with the DOT. So that project, we'll have more information, we'll have public information centers and stuff up about it. Did I miss?
Will that affect going to 18 or going to Englishtown Road?
The bridge is going to be closed to traffic going over the bridge into South Old Bridge. It'll always be able to come eastbound. If you want to gain access to Englishtown Road, you'd have to go up 18, make a U-turn, come down, and get on Englishtown. That's the proposed detour at this point.
How long would,
What's a 7-month
That's the
construction
project.
schedule?
Yeah, it's a 6 to 7 month duration for the project.
thank you.
But it does present some
Mrs.
problems,
Barker.
but we're going to try to address them and try to minimize the impact
Can
on the
I-
residents and the businesses.
Can I
Thank you.
comment on that, please? I just want to say, Ms. McGovern, this came up 10 years ago.
Yes.
And hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars were spent on studies and studies and studies.
Acquisition properties or acquisition?
No, it wasn't even that. It's just what engineering company was getting a study done, and nothing ever got done. I did have town hall meetings in that area at the firehouse. I expect that we'll be getting one together again and keep you informed. But I appreciate that you guys are going down there without spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on studies. You know, it's good to sit down and check it out. And I'm sure there will be studies, but not like it was 10 years ago.
Well, the one issue with this project, they've been out to bid, they have a contractor. We had met with them in August and expressed our initial concerns regarding the detour route, public access for public safety vehicles, and a whole host of other issues. We weren't as comfortable with the minutes that were taken, and we had requested another meeting now that they have a contractor on board. So prior to us doing some type of public information center where the public and elected officials who don't know what's happening with the project come out in force, we thought it was good to go down and try to iron it out with representatives from fire, EMS, OEM, and police and engineering to try to do something.
Yeah, believe me, I was there 10 years ago. You're doing a good thing.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else from the public wish to speak on any subjects? Okay, I'll close the public portion. We're going to go into executive session, where we might be returning for formal action. So it's going to be contract negotiations, risk manager, joint insurance fund, options update. Formal action may be taken following the presentation and discussion in executive session.